music consult for the Roman. Sent me 3 songs. I'm gonna talk directly to you, bro, but I'm putting it on YouTube so people can see how I'm gonna talk to them. Without knowing what your goal is, I gotta talk to you without knowing what your goal is. So there's a lot of content. What you're saying, I love what you're saying. So Jump, very good song. The first one was really good as well. So the content makes sense. And the content to me sounds like you're either talking directly to somebody or just expressing the things that are, you know, the things that are going on in your life. That's what, you know, that's what I'm getting. So Jump, like that song. You're talking about things that are coming from the heart. And again, without knowing what your goal is, the songs outside of Jump are 4 3-minute songs. The average person is not going to have the attention span to be able to digest everything that you're saying. Everything as far as the content, the average person won't even make it to the end of the song because it's more than 2:30, more than 3 minutes. Now that's not to say change the content. That's to say if your goal is to reach the average person, 2:30 to 3 minutes is kind of the sweet spot to keep their attention. Because you have so much content and it's such great content, it doesn't matter after 3 minutes because they're not listening anyway. And that's just the average person, you know, that's just the average person. I will say this as well, pronunciation is huge, especially when you're doing like a fast flow kind of thing. Pronunciation is huge. So if your words are getting jumbled up and, you know, you're doing the fast flow, but your words are starting to get together, or like if they were typed out, they'd be together and there's no space in between. That's also something that can cause the average listener to drop off. When you're doing the fast flow, you have to be able to articulate the entire fast flow. And the average person needs to be able to, 1, understand what you're saying so they can receive the content. But 2, if you're putting a song out there with the jumbled up words, it kind of gives off to the reader. It kind of gives off to the listener as it's not polished. And it may not be fully done. You know what I mean? So pronunciation is huge. If you're gonna do the fast flow, make sure you pronounce every word. There's space in between so that the average person can hear and understand what you're trying to say. Those would be my 2 main things. The auto-tune sounds really good, but I think the auto-tune could use some work and some polishing in certain places. With Jump, the auto-tune could use some work. And when I say that, like, again, I don't know what your goal is, or I don't know who you've got doing your auto-tune for you, but you could tighten it up. You could tighten it up. And that all goes into the experience of the listener. So when I'm talking to you as the consult, but also just as a listener of music, these are the things that may cause the average listener to fall off or not pay attention to the content the way that you might want them to. So those would be my 3 main things off top, just off listening to the songs and not knowing what your goal is. I would say pronunciation, the auto-tune, and then what was the first thing I said? Whatever the first thing was. So if you have anything off of those 3 things, or you have any questions on how to do that, let me know. Let's get a 30-minute call going, and then we can dive a little bit deeper into it. But the consult, the initial consult is, these are the things that I hear as the average viewer, and then we get deeper into it. Or if I said your name wrong too, I apologize. Roman numerals, you dig me? Roman numerals be fucking me up, man. But yeah, man. So if you have any other questions, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you sending the music in for the consult. And, you know, hopefully Token Black can help you in your music career, okay? I rock with you guys super heavy. I rock with you super heavy, Roman. And we out of here, baby. Yes, sir.